He'll go up against Mr. Charisma, Chris Candino. Joining me at the table, Dr. Tom Pritchard, and I know you and Mr. Davis sort of had a stare down as Danny made his way into the ring. No love lost between Danny Davis and Dr. Tom Pritchard, but Davis will have his hands full today with a super challenge out of Chris Candino, who has made quite an impression in the USWA.
Yeah, well, something else I noticed, too, as Danny Davis was walking down the ringside. I don't think I've seen as many signs lately and pictures up around the sportatorium. One here lady behind me says Danny Davis is a champion for all seasons, and I don't know if kissing babies, shaking hands, and walking around and talking to these idiots is going to make you necessarily a champion. Good wrestling moves, good ability in the ring, I think, is going to help you out. And I think this young kid, Chris Candino, has a tremendous future ahead of him, and just by having a shot at the world light heavyweight champion is a feather in his cap right now.
Look at the speed and the agility of these two wrestlers going at each other in the ring right now. Candino trying to take the leg lock at each time. Nightmare Danny Davis kicking him away, and Candino a little frustrated.
Well, this is a young kid. He comes in from Beverly Hills, California. I'm not sure exactly how long he's been wrestling, but he's up against a tough veteran, one of the toughest veterans in the sport. He's one of these guys that I don't know what it is, but everybody seems to like, and I've seen about 20 or 25 kids with stars painted on their face and people wanting to look like Danny Davis. You ask me why? I couldn't tell you, man.
I understand that Candino had some very fine training as a professional wrestler. I understand that he got some of that from the infamous Dick the Bruiser, and then watching him react in the ring, I see a lot of that training coming out. This time he missed it. Whoa, flying belly press. Davis for the cover, 1-2, and the World Light Heavyweight Champion almost had the pin right there. Candino broke out of it. Davis sends him to the ropes again. Look at that, Davis up and over. Candino, whoa! Uh-oh, that's dangerous. That's the kind of thing that can happen when these two young, aggressive, feisty, and quick athletes go at each other.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Like I said, Danny Davis is a veteran, and this Candino kid looks like he's pretty quick and he's pretty agile in the ring. All Davis did was make a move to avoid a body block coming in, and Candino took a spill outside the ring. Now, that's going to happen in professional wrestling, but this kid showing his guts, he doesn't want any help, obviously. Maybe he wants to just come down and win.
Wait a minute. Whoa! Candino just threw Danny Davis into the post. Danny came down on the floor to help Candino out.
This kid wants to be a champion. What a good move. I got to give it to him, huh? Not bad.
I think it's just a momentary loss of temper, if you will. Here's a belly-to-belly suplex. Snap suplex, and Davis goes down. Candino moving in with a knee, dropping on Danny Davis. Candino now taking the fight right to Nightmare Danny Davis, slams him into the turnbuckle.
You know, it might have been a momentary glimpse of genius on Chris Candino's part, because being the World Light Heavyweight Champion and getting a win over Danny Davis sure will help your status in professional wrestling, I can guarantee you that.
Davis snapmare now. Candino going in to go behind on the chinlock, and he has got his fingers in the eye of Danny Davis. I can't believe that Candino has decided to take the shortcut and try to break some rules and try to wear down Danny Davis.
Maybe this kid's hungry. Maybe this kid's been on the streets and he's seen the Skid Row. Maybe he wants to be a champion in the worst way. That's what it takes to do whatever it takes to be a champion. I'm a little impressed with him.
Maybe he's lost it. There he goes for the cover on Davis. Now goes to the reverse chinlock. I do hope that all that has happened is that he lost his temper a bit, but I'm a little surprised at the behavior of Chris Candino. Danny Davis gave him this shot at the World Light Heavyweight Championship. They have talked together. They have had lunch together, I know, at least on one occasion, but now Candino looks like that. Whoa, look at that, a neck breaker on Danny Davis.
It doesn't matter if you had lunch with a guy. It doesn't matter if you worked out with a guy. It doesn't matter if you went over to his house and met with his family. It doesn't matter. Obviously, what matters is winning, and this kid is showing that he's ready to take that plunge. He's ready to do whatever it takes to be a winner.
He took the plunge, but he found the bottom of the pool empty. Davis rolls out of the way. Candino dropped hard on the mat, but he's up quickly. Davis picks him up. Atomic drop. Nails him. Davis off the ropes. Nails him again. Third time try. wanted to sunset flip him, but unfortunately for Candino, he couldn't accomplish it. Back body drop. Down he goes. Davis moves in, winds up now, throwing a couple of fists to the direction of the face of Chris Candino. And now Chris Candino coming right out of the ring and onto the floor.
I thought he had some good fighting, and go back and fight him, Candino. Get back in the ring and show him you're tough enough to be a champion.
Wait a minute, Candino just took one of those posters and threw it. He's headed back to the dressing room. Will we have a count out here? Inevitably we do. I don't know exactly what Chris Candino had on his mind, but whatever it was, he left the arena. Danny Davis retains the World Light Heavyweight Championship. More USWA Challenge Wrestling coming up after this.